on CNN IB, we are celebrating true love stories with the You, Me or Hum, real and real life couple Kajol and Ajay Devgan. With them now, Rahul and Daniela. Theirs is a true 21st century love story. Yes, they met online. Here's how.
We met over internet. She was doing some kind of project in India. We started talking more often over internet, over chat, and it was like a date over internet. And we decided, okay, why don't you come down to India for some time? And she came down on 4th July in 2001. That was the first time I saw her. I took Dani to Delhi to introduce her to my parents, and my parents were like really against it that time also. Convincing my parents was not easy, I must say. Eventually we decided, okay, we should go to the registrar's office and get married in the Special Marriage Act. Called up my home and said, okay, I'm getting married today. They were still not very convinced that, okay, do whatever you want to, but we don't agree and we don't give our blessings. The turning point, I think, was when my sister was getting married. That time my father called me and said, okay, you should come down. And I told him, okay, I'll come down, but only if Dani also comes along. They agreed to that. That was the time I think my parents saw that why they were the only ones who were, showing so much of resistance. So then they announced that, okay, Dani is my fiancée and we would be getting married next year. Next year in July 2004, the big wedding happened for us, the normal Hindu way.
It was nice to be welcomed. It was as if it was always meant to be that way. I just sat down on the sofa and they were telling me that you're now the part of the family, and it was again entirely unexpected because it was such a sudden shift and focus from everybody. And from that on, I think it just developed quite good.
Quite good. I'm sure that will inspire more people to keep at the World Wide Web. Okay, you've reached that point now where you've stayed together. Besides the pressures that any two people who are getting together to live together feel, what are the additional pressures? The fact that Daniela is German, that she's had to adjust to living in India. What are the extra pressures that these have put on the living together or getting together?
When Daniela came to India for the second time in 2002 in December, everything was exciting. I mean, even the cows on the road, when she got excited about, oh wow. But eventually, after a year down the line, the reality starts biting. Yeah. So the different kind of pressure start building up. I must say that the way she had to cope up, that was difficult. But she has done really well. She has really accepted India very nicely.
You've accepted India with open arms, Daniela.
Well, I was very young at that time, and you are just, at this age where you think you can take on the whole world, and that's exactly how I went about it.
Okay, fantastic. Ajay, Kajol, adjustment issues. You all knew each other for a long time before you got married, but
but everybody needs to adjust. I mean, you need to figure out what the other person likes and what the other person does not like. You can't just ask the other person to change according to yourself. You have to change a bit. The other person has to change for you. And I think you have to strike the right balance where, you move in together and you make adjustments accordingly for each other.
What are some of the things that, let's say, you all had to do which you can share with us?
There are so many things, I mean, generally, in day-to-day life. The first thing is, in fact, when you wake up the next morning after you're married and somebody's sleeping next to you, and you're like, oh God, but my privacy is gone. So there are so many things, but then, you gradually start adjusting to it, and you don't even realize if you really want to adjust to it.
Yeah, in fact, one of the stills for your film shows Kajol sitting there and you are literally, on your hands? So you're upside down.
Head over heels.
So I'm sure that's the pre-stage, right? That's the pre-marriage, pre-wedding stage, right?
Yeah, but if it stays like this, that's how the marriage will survive.
So he's had to stand. It survives.
He has to stand on his head.
In situations, one person needs to do it.